What's the most twisted way your parents showed they loved you? My mother kept a spreadsheet of every penny spent on me since birth, which I had to repay with acts of love starting at age 10. My mom was this former accountant who gave up her career to raise us and never let us forget it. She grew up dirt poor after her parents died drowning in debt, and she was obsessed with never letting that happen to her family. Dad just went along with whatever she said and would always tell me, "Your mother loves differently," whenever I tried to complain to him about it. On my 10th birthday, Mom presented me with this massive printed spreadsheet. She'd bound it like a photo album with tabs for each year of my life. Every single expense was there, from the $847 hospital bill for my birth to the $73,000 she'd spent on food so far. She even calculated interest at 3.5% compounded monthly. I sat there staring at it while she explained her new system. Every hug would credit me $5 against my debt, saying "I love you" was worth 10. Good grades ranged from 50 to 100 depending on the subject. Chores would be paid at market rate, which she'd research weekly. She had this whole pricing structure worked out, and she pulled out her phone to show me the app she'd made to track everything. At first I thought it was just one of her weird lessons, but then she actually started enforcing it. After every hug, she'd update the spreadsheet on her phone. Sundays became love audit day, where we'd sit around the dining table reviewing the week's transactions. My younger brother got competitive about it and started doing extra chores to out-earn me. My older sister Lauren just looked exhausted whenever Mom brought it up, and I started to understand why she'd fled the day she turned 18, leaving her $412,000 debt unpaid. By 13, I was budgeting my affection like some kind of emotional accountant. I'd save up my I love yous for when I needed something big. When I got my period and needed Mom to talk to me about it, she charged me $50 an hour for emotional support. I remember sitting there crying while she typed notes into her laptop explaining that therapists charge for their time, so maternal guidance should too. Things got darker by 16 when I had spreadsheets for all my friendships tracking social investments. My boyfriend tried to buy me dinner once and I panicked about the debt I'd owe him. Mom had started adding retroactive charges for disappointment damages going back years. She charged me for her time at every parent-teacher conference and school play. She'd even started teaching her system to other families in our neighborhood who thought it was brilliant. Everything exploded when I turned 17, and she introduced her final policy. If my debt exceeded $500,000 by my 18th birthday, I'd be emotionally foreclosed and legally emancipated from the family. She showed me the total with all the hidden charges, and I was already at $487,000. That night, I snapped and declared emotional bankruptcy at dinner. I refused all physical contact and wouldn't speak except for necessities. For 2 weeks, I felt like a real person for the first time. I hugged friends without calculating costs and accepted compliments without trying to pay them back. Mom seemed frozen, like her whole operating system had crashed. She stopped asking for payments and even made my favorite dinner without billing me. I started thinking maybe she finally understood how messed up this all was, and we could work things out like a normal family. Then a process server showed up at school and handed me court papers in front of everyone. She'd filed an actual small claims case for breach of implied contract. She had 7 years of signed weekly ledger reviews and recordings of our family meetings. During the hearing, the judge kept nodding as Mom presented her evidence while my school counselor tried to testify, but Mom's lawyer objected, saying it was hearsay. Dad took the stand and called me a poor investment while protecting his own ledger balance. Other neighborhood families testified about how the system helped their kids succeed. I was calculating which homeless shelter would take me when my boyfriend's mom stood up in the gallery. She turned out to be a contract lawyer who explained that minors couldn't enter binding contracts. She helped me create a reverse ledger showing what Mom owed me for 18 years of emotional labor at standard therapy rates. When we calculated it all out, Mom owed me $2.3 million. The judge threw out the case, and we reported Mom to the IRS for the cash payments she'd been receiving from teaching other families her system. I won, but the victory felt hollow. I live with my boyfriend's family now, who cover my expenses out of kindness, but I still can't accept it without calculating what I owe them.